What's up everyone, K-Doty here with the Brawlhalla tier list again, this time just for the Blaster Legends, not guns, blasters. And I'd like to give a quick shout out to the Mad God, thank you William for telling me how to pronounce that, for this awesome Brawlhalla tier list maker. That's really awesome and really much appreciated. Yeah, go to this site if you want to make your own tier list. Anyway, so this is very important. This tier list will not make any sense whatsoever if you do not listen to the next 30 seconds to a minute of me explaining something crucial about this tier list. So please, don't go to the timestamp of the legend you want me to talk about yet. Listen to this, please. This tier list is only based on blasters. The other weapon the character uses is not factored in whatsoever. So let's take Ada for example, quick example. Let's say I put her as in bad or mediocre, right? You can say, what about her spear sigs? They're so amazing. I'm not factoring in her spear sigs at all. All I'm factoring in is her blaster sigs and the legend stats, of course. Not anything else. I mean not anything else. I mean not the secondary weapon at all. Just the blaster sigs and the legend stats. Nothing about the secondary weapon, nothing about her weapon synergy, just her blaster sigs and her stats. Okay? Weapon synergy not factored in. You could say spear and she should be in terrible because spear and blasters accomplish the same thing. Remember, not factoring in stuff like that. So let's get started. Oh, first we gotta explain the categories really quickly. So these are just legends that are significantly broken, legends that are significantly overpowered in terms of sigs and in terms of stats. It's just unfair to play against these legends in general because they're just too strong. And of course, remember this is all can be subject to change because of metas and stuff, but meta is not going to influence this list too much. Maybe I don't know. So yeah, these have phenomenal stats, great sigs, or great stats and phenomenal sigs, and then it gets pretty self-explanatory. They have a crucial flaw that stops them from being there. They have a multitude of flaws, perhaps bigger flaws than these guys, and so on. You guys get the gist. Okay, let's get right into it. Ooh, don't look at my homework assignments. Next, we're gonna go with let's start with Ada, of course, because I made Ada. Remember, I'm in Plat 1, by the way. I'm ranked like 376 in US West for ranked, so you know, best blasters main in US West. Those other 375 people, they don't main blasters. I'm the best blasters main. But anyways, yeah. So this is coming from a Plat 1 perspective. So Ada is good. She is good, not broken. Like if you think she's broken, no. So Ada has very low defense, and that itself really hurts her, or any legend in the game is having very low defense. Her side sig is really good, obviously. Of course, it's obviously very spammable, but it's very easy to punish because it has a lot of active frames, which don't spot dodge that side sig. That's a running theme on Ada, by the way. Don't spot dodge her. But it's very punishable, and that combined with her base 3 defense, you can really put an Ada main in a lot of trouble just by getting a nice easy punish off a bad sig placement. Her down sig for blasters is really underrated because hidden secret, it hits stacked. It's a passive sig and it hits right where she was standing, so that it hits stacked. That means like the signature hits on top of where the legend is standing. If you guys have questions about any like lingo or want me to get in like further analysis or whatever explanation, you know, hit me up in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any questions. So yeah, the passive sig, very underrated, 2-part sig, and the neutral sig, of course, obviously good for edge guarding, but it's very hard to get into the right position to punish it. So you can just use it on stage a lot. Not a lot, but you can use it on stage more than you'd think you could because it gives you a bit more range that your blasters, normal blaster side lights and down lights don't cover, and your side sig doesn't cover. So yeah, the neutral sig more useful than you think it is, and very hard to punish because the space where you'd be standing to punish it is you can't stand there because you'd get hit by it. So yeah, I hope that made sense. But Ada, really good. Low defense is a huge problem, so you have to use 4 defense on Ada. You have no other choice. But yeah, you punish her sig, she's in big trouble, especially with that side sig. But you hit that side sig, you can get that's a phenomenal kill option. But low defense is the big problem for Ada, and she has pretty good stats, but the low defense is just that's the killer. Diana is broken. JK. Diana is terrific for the neutral sig. For first off, Diana stats. Diana stats are utterly amazing. She's tanky enough. She's fast enough. She hits hard enough. Her dexterity, it's just her stats are phenomenal, and that's why most blaster mains will use Diana in tournaments. That's why you'll see Boomy. Did Viper, I think, maybe use blasters in his last tournament? I believe, maybe. Yeah, that's why guys like Boomy, Diana, her stats are phenomenal. Ada has some flashier sigs, especially with the blasters, but Diana actually has some really good blaster sigs. I'm seeing that more and more. The neutral sig blaster's neutral sig is just perfect for the blaster's kit. Ada has no anti-air. That is the perfect anti-air, and it's just a perfect move for the blaster's kit in general. The down sig it's really hard to kill with it. You have to have really good placement, but that's a game-changing sig. If you hit it, it utterly just changes the game. The momentum of the game might get a really early kill. It can be quite effective. And the side sig, honestly, not my favorite sig personally, but adds a good amount of force to it. You can if you stand right in front of Diana, she does have a hard time killing. Of course, unless you get really good at downlight recovery, then that changes for blasters. Well, that's a different story. But for yeah, the side sig has a good bit of force to it, and it helps really keep your if you can consistently keep your enemies at a distance, like that's how you're supposed to do with blasters. Then yeah, those Diana mains are scary, and that's why I'm trying to learn Diana, because the neutral sig, perfect anti-air, down sig can kill really early. Remember, I'm talking about only blasters. Side sig, lots of range, has a huge opening where you stand right in front of her, the side sig won't hit. But if you can get used to that and get used to downlight recovery when someone's right in front of you, then you can it'll really help you. And yeah, only flaw is the side sig doesn't hit right in front of you, and that's a problem. She has problems killing when someone's right in front of her. But other than that, Diana, phenomenal stats, and we're already at 8 minutes. Oh Jesus. Who's next? Let's go Lucien. Lucien is actually good, and actually Ada is better. I would say Ada is better than Lucien. Lucien is very overrated in my opinion. He has some good. I guess he has some pretty good sigs. The side sig is for blasters. It's boring. It's not bad. It's just a boring sig. It hits right in front, and it hits usually in the opposite direction. I think, yeah. It's just a boring. It's very hard to punish, so it's good for tournaments, I guess. But you can recover pretty quickly after it. Just get it out quickly, recover quickly. But it's just a boring side sig, and does not do as much damage or have as many active frames, which can be seen as a benefit or a setback depending on how you play and how good you are with your spacing for sigs. But you can spot dodge it. The passive sig comes up pretty quickly. Again, this guy's a fast boy. Oh yeah, for stat. Don't worry, I'll get to stats. Stats are a crucial point why Lucien's so low. The blaster's neutral sig is, you guys need to, especially in like gold and platinum, you guys really need to appreciate that more, because this blaster's neutral sig is very underrated in those ranks from what I can tell, because it has a funky hitbox. Like you can stand, I think even if you stand right in front of him on the ground, and it'll hit, I believe. If you're at like if you're really close to him on the ground, I believe it'll hit. It has some really funky hitboxes, and it's a two-parter. Don't forget this. That's a two-part neutral sig. But yeah, no really flashy sigs. It's a pretty good sig, but nothing really flashy. And he really struggles to kill. That's a huge problem, and that's why I was considering maining him, because I really want to dedicate myself to blasters, but that's a problem. He has a very hard time to kill with his, was it base 3 attack? Yeah, no, he has, yeah, base 3 attack. So you want to use that strength stance on him, but yeah, it's just a problem. Even with 4 strength, still has a pretty tough time killing. He's a very speedy boy, but yeah, he has a very tough time killing, and that's a huge problem. Especially when you have some heavy hitters here, it's a huge problem how hard of a time he has killing. Next, let's go with who's next? Cassidy, the fiercest cowgirl in the West. Yeehaw! I'm sorry. Cassidy is good. Side sig for blasters, really good. It's just a really good sig, clean. Nothing really I can say about it. Two-parter, I believe. Yeah, two-parter. But it comes out so quickly that you shouldn't. Is it a two-parter? Yeah, it's a two-part sig, but it comes out so quickly. It's not as much of, you don't have to worry as much about getting hit by the second part. Two-part neutral sig. That one you have to worry more about getting hit by, but you can dodge the first part, start slacking, get hit by the second part. Remember, she has 2 blasts right above her. One hits before the other. So yeah, you can get hit by the second one if you're slacking, so don't slack. And then the down sig, very effective. Hits all around her except like right where she's standing. And yeah, really good. That's also some really good sigs right there. But Cassidy is very slow, and she's pretty squishy, and that's not a good combo. Defense is super important. I'd say defense is more important than attack in Brawlhalla, and that's a huge problem for Cassidy because she's slow. So I don't like Blaster. In my opinion, Blaster Legend should not be slow. If you're a Blasters main, you do not really typically want a slow Blaster Legend. Typically. That's just me. I'm very picky, okay? I'm just picky. I like my Legends, right? She's too slow, and she's too squishy, and that's a huge problem for the Cassidy. And that's all I got for her. Bye, yeehaw. There is Nyx. Nyx is... You guys are... wow. Nyx, you guys are really sleeping on Nyx's stats, I feel like. Her stat... Like, everyone's talking about... When people think of Nyx, people are like, oh man, scythe strings. People grabbing me on the ledge and hurtling me down with that neutral sig. You guys, her stats are really good. Nyx has some really good stats. I would put her above Cassidy just because of stats alone, maybe even before Lucien, because her stats are so good. But her blaster sigs are, they're fair. 2-part sig to the side. The very niche neutral sig that can be super effective and kill very early if you use it right. You guys know, you guys have seen Nyx people use that neutral sig effectively. I mean, Nyx mains, Nyx mains use that neutral sig effectively. The down sig, everyone forgets that the blaster's down sig hits in the air. And it's really funny that people forget that. The blaster's down sig for Nyx hits in the air, guys. So it's a better kill option than you think, especially for lower elos where people forget, oh, I'm just going to hover above where the side sig would hit and where the down sig would hit. Because the down sig obviously hits on the ground. Nope, down sig hits in the air too. It hits the air a good time after. There's a lot of time passes from the down sig being on the ground than to reaching the air, so you can get out the way fast enough, I feel like. But still, that's a very good tool. But yeah, nothing outstanding in terms of sig. Like her sigs are just like hit every which way around her. But of course, her stats are not on par with Lucien's, and her stats are better than both of these two. But the sigs is just, I don't know. That's a tough. Nyx is a really toughie, but I don't think her her blaster sigs are the greatest, especially for the side sig. For blasters, you have to. It has a really tricky. You have a little tricky of a spacing to do. That was really great grammar. Wow. She has the spacing is a bit tricky, but it is a two-parter. But yeah, I wouldn't put her above these two. It's really tough. It's like it's such a close line. But remember, her stats are better than these two. But she has better sigs, and it's really close between these three. But I definitely say Ada is better than all of them. Okay, this is actually a huge problem. Vraxx is. I actually have to look up Vraxx's stats. I am not gonna lie, because I forgot what his stats are. Please, nothing show up inappropriate on the news. Oh, I forgot, bro. It's not. What the heck? Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh my god, I totally forgot to look up Vraxx's stats. Okay, so I need a quick reminder. So yeah, he's a bit squishy. Not a lot of attack, a bit squishy, and not... Yeah, that's 6 speed to get the job done, but not a lot of attack and a bit squishy. Oh shoot. Okay. Vraxx is tough, because the side sig is really good, the down sig is kind of niche, but can be very good, and the neutral sig is an anti-air that Ada doesn't have. Shoot, he was the one that I did not know how to place him beforehand. Squishiness is a problem, and that's why I think Nyx is better than Vraxx. But Vraxx has better I would say he has a better blaster signature kit, but obviously Nyx mains are blaster, like, you've seen how crazy you can get with a Nyx blaster's main, or Scythe main, or a Nyx main in general. But she has better stats, but he has better signatures. But I guess I just have to put him underneath Nyx, because her stats are so good. Like, it's just, like, attack is not that important to me. She's tanky, and you don't feel any. I don't really feel any problem with her, like, with how her dex is, and like, she's fast enough, she's tanky enough. Attack isn't that important unless it's as bad as Lucien's, and it's a problem. And her sigs hit hard. She has enough tricks in her. It's just. But Vraxx is a problem. She's hard to approach because the side sig can hit you, the down sig can hit you, the neutral sig can hit you. Huh. I guess I'm gonna put Vraxx here. Just the only thing I can really justify, like, what sets us apart is there's not a lot of good Vraxx blaster mains out there, so I have to put him there. I can't come up with any other rationale between what defines him between these two. Because his sigs are better than hers, but her stats are better, I feel like. So I'm just gonna put him there just because the fact that Vraxx blaster mains typically I've not encountered too many great Vraxx blaster mains. They usually go with the Lance, and it's insanely unfair sigs. Let's change things up and close my eyes and choose one. I was hovering above you. Barazza is mediocre. 2-part sig for the side sig, which is, you know, great. It's not a great 2-part sig though, because I mean, usually 2-part sigs are like, yay, 2-part sig, it's great, except if it's Lin Fei, because yeah. But very weird spacing. It's not it's very unreliable 2-part sig. Like, everyone here has a reliable kill option. Her is less so, but her stats are so good. Yeah, I'm shaking my leg. I hope you guys that isn't annoying. You don't even have. Never mind. Yeah, and the down sig for blasters is so bad. It's not even like a true 2-part. It's not even a true 2-part sig, because he has to hit the first part for the second animation to go. It's just another animation basically. So he has an anti-air neutral sig, and it's a 2-parter, which is kind of nice. So he's not bad, and he's a tank. So if you if you want a tanky legend, then you can go with Barazza. I mean, it's fine. I'd put him lower if I was factoring Axe probably, but remember, we're not talking about secondary weapons here. If you want a slow Blaster's Legend, then you're gonna have to go with Barazza. I mean, a slow tanky Blaster Legend. Because Barazza will neutral sig will hit. It's a two-part sig, so you know you hit some people with the neutral sig, especially with some good reads. You're gonna have some trouble killing with that side sig because it's a two-parter, but it's a spacing is weird. Even weirder than her two-part sig for the side sig spacing, and down sig is atrocious. But if you like tanky legends, go with Barazza, but I would not advise at all. Nah, we're gonna save you for last. Cross is bad. I don't even know what the heck. Down sig for blasters is his only good signature in his kit. Neutral sig for blasters is terrible. Like, not fine, it's not terrible. I just wanted to be like hyped about how bad he is. No, it's not. It's really bad. Not like terrible, I guess, but it's really bad. That like hers comes out really quick, has a lot of force. It can like chuck someone to their death. Who's in like maybe Darkish Orange or whatever. It's a game-changing sig. It's not like it can be pretty niche, but it's an utter game changer. With the way it like pulls you somewhere with good force. Here's neutral sig is it's not great. Like not enough active frames for it to be amazing, I suppose, but too many active frames for it to be punishable. No, that's not it. But the neutral sig isn't a really bad sig. His side sig is atrocious. It's just boring. It's slow. It's boring. There's just nothing going good for that side sig. And then the down sig is his only good sig in his kit, but it hits both directions. But not with a lot of active frames in a burst of. It does it in a burst. So if you stand stacked when he does that, or just dodge above it, it's not gonna hit. So cross is bad, and his stats are really bad. Like his stats are disorientally. His stats are bad. They're disorientingly bad. Hey, isn't that right? Whatever. It's disorientedly. Oh my god, Jesus! I took English AP. Yeah, his stats are really gonna be really disorienting for a typical Blasters main. I've seen on the Brawlhalla Reddit where people talk about him and say they don't suggest using him if you're very unfamiliar with Blasters because he's gonna take some getting used to. So you want to stick with anyone else first besides Barazza. But yeah, he's really bad, and that's all I can say. Side sig bad, neutral sig. It's really bad and very niche in its application. But there are some good cross mains, but you guys, not a lot. Where's a Blaster's Legend? I'm saying Thatch is better than controversial opinion. Yes, I did put Thatch above Cross. I did it. I did that. What are you gonna do about it? Huh? You're gonna take that? You're gonna take that, Cross mains? I put Thatch above your boy. I actually believe that. Down sig, of course, is the Thatch down sig. Like, really easy to punish, super annoying. Yeah. But like I've talked about this in my other tier list, for everyone. Thatch's neutral sig hits stacked. What? It's a two-part passive sig. It's actually faster than Ada's when you think about it, I think. Not as effective as Ada, but it's faster. Not as effective as Ada, but it's faster than Ada's. But it's a two-part passive sig for the neutral sig. And it comes out pretty fast. That's interesting. And then I don't understand what the side sig really does, honestly. I don't understand the hit. I haven't used him enough to understand the side sig's hitbox. I don't even use the side sig really. But of course Thatch's stats are atrocious. Instead of talking into my hand. Thatch's stats are atrocious because of the 3 defense, and like Ada has 3 defense, but she has a lot of other things going on. She'll never be broken or terrific because of the 3 defense. Unless you guys want to make, you know, that spear neutral sig hit the ground. Ayy. Or make the side sig automatically kill. Ayy. Which it kind of does. But, JK. But Thatch he's faster than Cross, which is good for a Blaster's Legend, but he doesn't have a lot going for him. The passive neutral sig is really interesting, and it's a really interesting two-part sig. The down sig is the down sig. I mean, what can you say about it? If you fall off the ledge, expect a Thatch down sig. It has a lot of active frames, but it can still destroy you, make you really depressed and want to like cry yourself to sleep for the rest of the day when you lose because of a Thatch down sig. But yeah, faster than Cross. Passive neutral sig is really interesting. I think he's like the only legend in the game with a passive neutral sig. A two-part passive neutral sig nonetheless. And the side sig is just a side. I think it doesn't have too many too many startup frames. Like it gets out there really fast. If my memory doesn't betray me, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Thatch is better than Cross. Yeah. And last but not least, oh my god, did I say I wanted this video to be around 5 minutes? Wow. Last but not least, we have Killmonger, and he is terrible. You guys, you can get some gold, you can get to gold, plat, but you can get to gold with anyone on here. Just you work hard enough, you stick to it, and yeah, you should be able to get to gold because I truly believe you can get to gold with any legend in Brawlhalla. Some will definitely be easier than others, but you can choose any legend and you can get to gold, right? Definitely get to silver. You can get to gold, platinum. That's a different story. But Isaiah's there are good Isaiahs, I guess, out there. But maybe that's just one good Isaiah out of the 3 people in the universe who play this guy. Well, everyone hates on Isaiah, but let's actually be serious and say, why do we hate this Killmonger boy? People love Killmonger. People call him like the best villain of all time. Even though that's not true, and that's obviously Thanos. But Killmonger, I call him Killmonger. Isaiah, the side sig for his block. First, let's go with the neutral sig first. The hitbox is so puny. The hitbox on that is really puny. It comes out fast enough, I suppose, but the hitbox is so puny that it's just, you have to really get a really obvious diagonal read to land it. Wakanda forever! Wait, where was I? Oh, okay. So yeah, the neutral sig, not flashy, it doesn't even need to be flashy, it's just a barely functional sig. It hits and I don't know. It's Isaiah's neutral sig. Not a very small hitbox. It doesn't come out. I'm repeating myself now. I'm being redundant. The side sig is easily one of the worst sigs in the game. It's just I don't know what they were thinking when they designed Isaiah's side sig, especially considering what the down sig does. I don't understand what the heck they were thinking. I don't even understand what they were thinking when they designed the character. You really have to get used to, and you really have to get used to that side sig spacing, because it does not hit right in front of you. It's like, I guess it's technically a 2-part sig, I believe, but it's like a 2-part sig in like the most useless way possible. Like, you really have to get the spacing. The spacing is awful. The spacing is the chief. The spacing on that sig is the chief thing about like why it's just so bad. I don't know what they were thinking. It does not, if you play Isaiah, just stand right in front of him, because he cannot hit you unless he does that Blaster's neutral light. That's the only option he really has. And it has enough startup frames where you can, and then the down sig doesn't even hit, it might even hit in the same place the side sig hits. The down sig is it just takes too long to start up, and it's just an utterly. That's another horrible sig. But of course, you could be like, yeah, once you get a good read with these sigs, with this, you can get a good read with the sigs, and land them, of course. But that's true for any character in the game that has a signature that does damage. You can read your opponent and do some damage. The down sig is atrocious as well. It's good for some reads. If you see it, it's probably the best sig he has. Yeah, it's probably, actually, I think it is the best sig he has. The Blaster's down sig, maybe. The cannon side sig is actually really hilarious. But anyways, yeah, you can get a good read, but I think the people I've done that to are not like the best people at the game who fall for that consistently. I guess you could surprise someone with a weapon guard down sig because you're just standing there and you just go to the weapon and then you just down sig them. But that's really it for its application. Like for a consistent like mid game option, you don't really have any use for it. Especially when you should be using your side lights or I don't know. And then I don't know. His kill options are just the worst for any Blaster's Legend. He's a bit tanky, but he's so slow. And that makes him even worse. Because this guy, okay. Horrible spacing on his sigs. The hitboxes on his signatures for the side sig and the down sig is just like, okay, why? Who thought this was a good idea? Who thought these were good sigs? He has not a single good sig in his Blaster's kit. Okay, that's fine, right? Nope. Terrible. Let's make him slow as well. He's a tank, but that's all he's got going is he's a bit tanky. Okay, now I don't understand, Brawlhalla. What are we supposed to do with this guy? His spacing on is terrible. His terrible sig spacing on his sigs. Is that like even a thing? Is that a word people use? Sig spacing? I don't know. I use it now. And then it's so hard to get in the proper spacing because he's just so gosh darn slow. I just don't understand. I don't understand. So this was supposed to be 5 minutes long. I think it's like a half an hour or so at this point. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So yeah, this is my tier list for Blasters. There's no more Blaster Legends here. I main Blasters. Oh, and surprise, surprise, the character I main out of all of these is Ada. And just to end the video, just if you don't want to hear this, I understand. Please drop a like, sub, all that juicy goodness. Just yeah, and have a phenomenal day. If you guys ever need anything, even if it's not Brawlhalla related, I got you. And yeah, have a great day, everyone. And for those curious, I'll tell you why I main Ada. Real quick, because I got stuff to do. Wow, this took too long. Diana, these were my first I main Ada because the lore, oh my god, it's so cool. I thought Ada looked super cool, right? She looks sick. Come on, look, that looks awesome. And look at that. I mean, she's a bad guy. Diana looks okay. Any emo to the extremo, but I got Ada because she looks cool. I have lots of sig spamming hours on Ada, I'll admit, but no one told me to downlight Sayer and all this juicy stuff, so it's not my fault I was sig spamming. You gotta educate your fellow Brawlhalla players, people. But so yeah, I have a really heavily inflated Ada level because all the wasted hours spamming and just being bad at the game, doing really atrociously basic combos. But yeah, like side light neutral sig for spear bad. But anyways, back to the Blasters aspect of why I main her, because I do main Blasters. I love the side sig kill option. It's beautiful. It's harder now that I'm in Platinum. It's really hard to get the reads, obviously, but still, it's a great kill option. It's one of the most reliable kill options in the game. All it requires is just one good read, one misstep from your opponent, bam, you're done. GG, well played. It's just a beautiful kill option. I love the passive sig, how it hits stack. It's just such an underrated aspect. Like, I don't know what to do. This person's like on top of me. I just hit the passive sig. Just get off me. Just back off. Just chill out. Someone's rushing me. I can hit the passive sig. Chill out. be careful when you do that, and don't lose, you can lose stage control, and that can make the situation worse. I've done that before, where I say chill out a little bit too much, and I use stage control, or I do it too close, or do it against the wrong opponent, and I lose stage control, and it ends up badly. But still, that's a great sig. That's really it's one of my favorite underrated sigs, quote unquote, in the game. And then the neutral sig is fun. It's fun to jump. It's not only a fun sig to jump around with, but yeah, edge guarding, more vertical movement when you're running out of jumps. But that's not really why I use her. And then I would main these three, but it's so hard to kill with him. I don't really know how to use guitars. And then from the blasters aspect, his side sigs are boring. The down sig is not too impressive to me. It's good, but it just never really impressed me personally. Her blaster placing good kills on Diana is really not my favorite thing in the world, unless I have the bow. With blasters, the down sig is really hard to place. It requires a really good read. But if you're really good at the game, then of course Diana should be your go-to option at this point for blasters. But the neutral sig, I love the neutral sig. It's really effective, and it hits a lot more times than you think it will. Like, people will be like, wait, what? The hitbox was still there, and it's just amazing, and the hitbox is bigger than you'd expect, I think. And the side sig is just, I really struggle to get kills with Diana. Like, I could put you in red I'll put you in red. Will I get a kill with her? That's a problem that I'm continuing to have with Diana. But I feel like once I keep on getting better at the game, getting used to her, I do have her above level 25 and still have the struggle. But we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is much longer than I expected, but I'm giving my effort, my full-on effort. I give you guys the full-on grade A USDA choice, 5 stars. Give Daredevil a season 4 treatment. I don't cut corners when I'm talking about this stuff. I don't want to cut corners and just leave important stuff out. Yeah, I'm really passionate about I'm just having fun, Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did. I hope you all have a phenomenal day. If you have any questions or just want to chill out in my Discord, the link is in the description. Or you could hit those comment section, whatever works. I have a lot to do, so I'm just gonna end it on that. I don't have a funny joke. Except this is shaped like an L, and this is shaped like a Tetris block. And you can connect we're done. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great day.